Hello, 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 hello. We're going to start the show. So y'all better get on in. You got a couple of minutes to get on in here. In here. Hi. Hair flip, hair flip, hair flip, hair flip. Hi. Hey, Nicole, always the first class. Hello, darling. Okay, let's start this show. Let's start this show. Hi. Hi. Hair flip
Hi.
queen.
Hair
Hair
flip, hair
flip.
flip.
Hair flip queen. Okay, we're gonna start the show.
Cause I'm a badass bitch. You better know it.
Okay, Miss Hollywood.
I want to talk to this guy. Hey, dude, I love your car. I've always wanted a Range Rover myself. Just curious, how much do you pay?
And welcome back to your boy Sean Davy Way. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like if you haven't tapped it already on your way in. And today we will be getting into the Kardashian curse, starting off with Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner. How Kylie destroyed relationships, how she was best friends with some black women, and took some things that allegedly belonged to them or some things that they were trying to build off of just before they placed it back into the atmosphere, a cursed object. The Kardashians have been going around blowing up the spot of black women. And when I say that is they are culture vultures. They've taken everything from black culture and made it into their own as if they are the creator or the inventor of something that they were inspired by, never paying homage or acknowledging the inspiration along the way. So let's get right into it. Without further ado, if you have not heard about the drama between Justine Skye and Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott, let's get right into it. What happened between Kylie Jenner and Justine Skye? If you follow Kylie or Kendall Jenner's social media pages, you are definitely familiar with the model and singer Justine Skye. The purple haired starlet is another gorgeous face in the bunch of their fabulous friends. However, fans have noticed that Justine and Kylie used to be way closer than they are now. So, what happened? The model opened up about their friendship during an interview on The Breakfast Club with Charlemagne the God. Her quote, I mean, we were friends like back in the day. I mean, like, this is about like 4 years ago. And I guess then we weren't. Justine explained, things happened, you know. The model continued, we speak, I mean, we're not as close as we once were, and that's probably obvious to the rest of the world. She was sure to clarify, literally, there's no beef. Justine's simple answer for the distance
Uh-huh.
was, you grow up and you go in different paths.
Uh-huh.
The model was in attendance at Tristan Thompson's birthday that Khloe Kardashian organized, but she stayed cuddled up to Kendall in the pics. Some fans blamed Travis Scott for the seeming demise of their friendship. It turns out Justine and Travis supposedly dated for a short stint around 2016. During that time, Justine released a lyric video for her song I'm Yours that featured Kendall, Kylie, and, you guessed it, Travis. Justine publicly called Travis a great friend, but rumors spread that the two were romantically linked. Justine definitely seemed smitten during an interview with Hot 97's Ladies First. She said about the rapper, "We're cool, we're just chilling. He's really dope. He's an amazing musician, artist, rapper, producer. So he's cool. We vibe, we kick it, we have a great energy." Kylie would have still been with Tyga during Justine and Travis's alleged fling. So there probably wouldn't be any salty feelings about Travis and Kylie dating 2 years later. According to Justine, it seems like the two are just still cool, just not as close as they used to be. Reality star and makeup mogul Kylie Jenner is reportedly expecting her second child with her rapper boyfriend, Travis Scott. Sources close to the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star confirmed to thedailymail.com that she was pregnant with a sibling for her daughter Stormi Webster, 3 which Page 6 first reported. The couple most recently separated in October 2019, but they seem to be ready for a renewed commitment. April 2017. It appeared to be love at first sight when the duo first clapped eyes on one another at the Coachella Music Festival. Kylie later revealed that right after Coachella, she immediately decided to join him on tour. Kylie explained, "So he said, I'm going back on tour. What do you want to do about this? Because we obviously liked each other." And I was like, "I guess I'm going with you." And then we rode off into the sunset. Weeks later, the couple was spotted holding hands and getting very close while courtside at a Houston Rocket NBA playoff game. And shortly after, Kylie fell and became pregnant. May 2017. Since their daughter Stormi Webster was born on February 1st, 2018, it's believed the date of conception would have been May, a month after they began dating. Elsewhere in May, the budding couple were spotted together at the Met Gala, and a report from the US Weekly claimed the couple was getting very serious. Travis then released a song called Butterfly Effect, which mentions a girl who caught the waves, which many speculated is a reference to Kylie. June 2017. The couple were dedicated enough to hit the tattoo parlor together and took to Snapchat to show off matching butterfly inkings. Kylie's on her right angle and Travis is on his left. July 2017. Kylie was back in the tattoo parlor to cover up the T inking she got while she was dating Tyga and turned it into LA for Los Angeles roots. September 2017. Rumors began to circulate about Kylie's pregnancy over the summer. And
That
by
stomach
September,
don't
it
look
became
real.
clear
Look
that the
at that
star was
navel.
expecting her first child.
That stomach don't look
November
real.
2017.
Look, boss lady.
Fake as
The
hell.
reality star stayed out of the limelight for her
He was
pregnancy,
old on that
but
picture.
couldn't
Is that her?
resist flashing a rather large ring on social media, sparking engagement rumors.
That damn navel
February
looks fake as
2018.
hell.
Kylie gave birth to daughter Stormi on February 1st, 2018, and a few days later confirmed the baby will be taking Travis's real given name, Webster. April 2018. Travis gifted Kylie with a $1.4 million Ferrari, one of the 500 produced, as a push present before returning to the place they met, Coachella. May 2018. The couple celebrated their first vacation together to Turks and Caicos before returning to the 2018 Met Gala. August 2018. Travis released Astroworld, which featured a shout out to Kylie in his Grammy nominated hit Sicko Mode. December 2018. As Christmas rolled around, Travis hinted he would be getting Kylie a very lavish gift as he hinted at a proposal. In December 2018 interview with Rolling Stone, he announced, "We'll get married soon. I've just got to sturdy up. I've got to propose in a fire way." March 2019. The couple's relationship came crashing down when Travis faced allegations he cheated on Kylie, which he later denied. It was reported that Kylie had found evidence that Travis had cheated on her, prompting the rapper to fly back to LA from the East Coast to spend time with her. Travis postponed his Astroworld concert in Buffalo, New York to deal with it. Just days after Kylie's sister, Khloe Kardashian, discovered Tristan Thompson had cheated on her again. A spokesperson for Travis told ET that Scott denies he ever cheated on Kylie. It is not true. He did not cheat. He canceled one show tonight because he is under the weather.
Renergy Lift Multi-Action Night Cream visibly reduces wrinkles.
Her breakup with Travis Scott on Kylie Jenner, but they remain friends? Question mark. Aside from her music career, Justine Skye quickly made a name for herself as one of Kylie Jenner's best friends, who was plastered all over the TV star's social media pages in what appeared to be Jenner's way of showing fans just how close her and the former besties were.
Hey, Miss
They
Chrissy,
enjoyed sleepover parties,
baby.
vacation together with their mutual pals, and Jenner even made a
naturally.
guest cameo
Chrissy,
in Sky's
baby.
music video for her
Boss lady.
2014 song,
Miss
I'm
Chrissy,
Yours.
baby.
But by 2017, their friendship started falling apart once news broke that Jenner
Hey.
had started dating rapper Travis Scott.
Original.
The
Miss
reason why this
Chrissy,
had so much
baby.
controversy was because
at you,
Justine
girl.
was dating the Sicko Mode hitmaker right before he got
Ooh,
with
it's the
Jenner,
hips for me.
meaning that he dumped her for the makeup mogul, subsequently causing a rift between the former pals. In 2016 is allegedly when Justine Skye and Travis Scott started to spend a lot of time together. In the process of that happening, allegedly, again, they got into a
We
relationship.
miss you more.
And that relationship was not
more.
very long, more so of like half a year, or something like that. Went from 2016 into 2017. In 2017 is when Travis started dating Kylie. But here's the problem. Once again, allegedly, Travis was dating Justine. So if Travis is no longer dating Justine in 2017 and starts dating Kylie, then obviously he dumped Justine for Kylie. Kylie and Justine were friends. They didn't stop being friends until Travis and Kylie started dating. So what other rift would there be? Justine and Travis haven't necessarily publicly announced that they ever dated, but they never announced that they didn't date, either. So with, Justine falling back, I believe Justine's doing that just because she knows that Kylie is a huge star. And if she pushes this energy to where she's this bitter, mad girl, then it's just gonna, not make people really like her. Kylie's fan base is way bigger and whatnot. Why isolate fans, especially when Justine pulled a lot of her fans in from Kylie? So with that, Justine isn't wrong in this situation. Kylie was friends with her. So with Kylie posting her in her social media and showing people how cool they are, and Kylie's fans also becoming fans of Justine, like I said, that's not Justine clout chasing or anything like that. She's just being a friend. We hang out, we take pictures, this is what we do. So Kylie betrays Justine by dating her, and Kylie takes her privilege once again. And instead of people looking at Kylie like, you're a backstabber, this is your friend, a good friend of yours, like not your best friend, but considered one, of your really closer friends. And for you to date a guy that not that she broke up with, that literally dumped her or cut ties with her to be with you,
Don't
you're a
say
disgusting,
nothing.
foul human being. And I also believe that that's why Kendall and Justine stayed close because they've always been cool. And Kendall didn't stab her in the back by sleeping with Travis or taking Travis from her. Not that it's about a guy. I think Justine's over that. She doesn't care. She's not looking at it like, oh, well, I hate you now, Kylie, because of this man. It's just like, no, I don't think that a man should ever come in between a good girlfriend, type of friendship. But still, at the same time, Kylie definitely did that. Once again, her being privileged and people overlooking the fact that she is a horrible person. Like, a good friend would never do that, even with somebody from your past. That wasn't somebody's from Justine's past. That was her recent. That is what she was, going through within that moment in time. And Kylie just came through like a thief in the night and took him away and then cut ties with Justine after. So if anybody's choosing a man over the friendship, it's definitely Kylie. Kylie didn't try to keep ties with Justine. Kylie didn't talk to Justine about Travis before dating him, or anything like that. Once again, culture vultures coming in, taking things that do not belong to them. Once again. And honestly, the Kardashians have a track record with screwing over Black women and using their privilege after to make it seem as if they are the victim. Case in point, Jordyn Woods. Yes, what Jordyn did with Tristan, that was not okay.
Ew,
but at the same time, Khloe's the same female that stole French Montana from Trina and others. Kim Kardashian has stole how many men from other women? And no different than with Kylie herself. She stole men. She steals men. It's what she does. So why is it such a big deal that one of these same Black women that you screwed over comes through and takes one of the Black men back that y'all came and took in the first place? I mean, let's not act like Tristan didn't just have a whole child and was in a relationship with that child's mother when Khloe came along. So this is what they do. Another case in point, Megan Thee Stallion. She was at Kylie's birthday party. That's when allegedly Kylie, or not her birthday party, I'm sorry, the party that she had at her home, a pool party. And allegedly after Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion had their situation, not too long after that, Megan was at Travis Scott's house and getting dinner prepared for her. She was dating Travis, to come back through and spite, the Kardashians and Jenners, because this is what they have done. They come through and they think that they can just take anything, especially that belongs to somebody else. It's not okay. You're already coming through stealing culture, fashions, inspiration, and claiming it as your own. You also are doing the same thing with men. They come and take what they want. They don't come requesting anything. They don't come trying to be in serious, stable relationships with these men. It's just what they can get from them within that moment in time. Everybody likes you. Everybody thinks you're hot. This is a way for me to keep climbing this ladder and using my privilege when things go wrong. So there's been this long-standing rumor. When Justine Skye was dating Travis Scott before he allegedly dumped her for Kylie Jenner, Kendall had a little fling with Travis before Kylie. Now, Kendall Jenner, this one takes us to the rumor territory, but it's such a strange rumor that it deserves more reflection. Per sources at Celeb Buzz, so check out Celeb Buzz, Travis Scott briefly had a fling with Kendall Jenner before moving on to Kylie. His alleged intention was to work his way through the entire extended Kardashian family, with Kourtney being next on his hit list. Whether this was true or not, Travis' relationship with Kylie proved to be far more healthy and more mature than expected, even though it didn't last. So allegedly, Travis was going to make his mark through the Kardashian family by sleeping with multiple sisters. That was going to be his true claim to fame, his true reason of people knowing his name besides his music, to generate more energy towards his music. If people knew that he smashed Kylie and Kendall Jenner.
You can just touch it?
Yeah, you can just touch it.
That feels pretty good.
That's so weird.
Introduce
Kendall and Travis Scott sleep together or have a fling together. And my personal opinion, although this is a rumor, I think that it's very possible. And the reason I think that it's possible is because if Kendall slept with Travis before Travis started dating Kylie, it's a high chance that Travis is not going to tell Kylie that he slept with her sister. Like, obviously, it's going to make her angry. She's not going to be happy about it. And it's going to cause a visible rift between the two sisters. And Kendall and Kylie are really close, out of the sisters. They're the younger two. They came up together, so they're just closer, than the other sisters. So it would have been pretty obvious if he would have told, or, Kendall would have told, Kylie that they had a fling. So I felt that Kendall's secret is safe. Her secret's safe with Travis, and, vice versa. There's no reason to ruin a good thing. I'm with Kylie. We have a child, and whatnot. This is unforeseen. As you see, the baby was an oops baby. Stormy was not planned. Stormy was an accident, if you will. I'm not going to call her a mistake, but I'm not going to act like she was on purpose. So, there's no reason to ruin it. At this point in time, they kind of had like a family, kind of element to them, Kylie, Travis, and Stormy. So there's no reason for Kendall to come in and ruin it. Kendall clearly likes this type of guy. She dated ASAP Rocky, whom a lot of people kind of sometimes get Travis Scott and ASAP kind of confused with one another. They have the same kind of hairstyle.
No, you don't.
Kind of the same smile, but they do look different.
Just
they don't look the same.
In
most people's opinion, ASAP Rocky is more attractive, than Travis Scott.
That's right.
But once again, clearly they have the same type, because Rihanna dated ASAP Rocky now, and she dated him in the past and is, dating him now. And Rihanna also dated Travis Scott, at one period in time. And it's the same thing. Kendall dated ASAP Rocky, so it's not far-fetched that she would date somebody like Travis Scott. But moving right along, while we're on Kendall, let's continue with her. Kendall Jenner spotted with Tyler, the Creator, as source says she's not going to settle down with anyone right now. Kendall Jenner enjoyed a low-key night out at Grove in Los Angeles on Sunday. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians star was spotted hitting up the Cheesecake Factory for dinner with Tyler, the Creator, and a few other friends, including Jenner's model bestie, Hailey Baldwin. Jenner wearing a crop white RUMI top, pleated pants, and flats, appeared to be in good spirits, laughing and smiling as she covered her face from the cameras and strolled alongside the rapper, whose real name is Tyler Gregory. While the outing may have sparked a flurry of romance rumors between the two, the source tells people Jenner and Tyler are just super, super close friends and have been for a long time. The source says the same about Jenner's relationship with rapper ASAP Rocky, with whom she's been spotted in recent months. She's not going to settle down with anyone right now, says the source. The source also says it's not unusual for Jenner to regularly be hanging out with her male friends. She has a huge group of guys around her at all times, says the source. All her friends joke about how she's always surrounded by a bunch of dudes. So Kendall had put up a post stating to Tyler, tagging him, and said, apparently we're dating. And Tyler responded and said, not possible. We're both gay. So with Tyler stating that they're both gay, it doesn't mean, just because he jokes around all the time, does not mean that he's joking. Like, it does not mean that. He's stating that he's gay. That's something that's public. And with him stating that, Kendall could be gay, that definitely makes a lot of sense if she's just stating, like, I'm not dating any of these guys. I just hang around a bunch of dudes. Now, a lot of women are like that. They get along better with guys. And there are also a lot of lesbian women that hang around men because they get along better with men, just because, they don't want any parts. It's just more so of a, Padre type of, we're Padres type of situation. So I've always felt that when Kendall was hanging around Tyler, especially back then, which was like in 2016, when a lot of this first started jumping off around the same time, the whole Kylie and Justine Skye and Travis Scott situation was about to blow. I always felt that Kendall was Tyler, the Creator's beard. I always felt that way. Them going out to certain dinners and stuff alone and whatnot. I do think that they were doing that to spark rumors of them dating. And when the rumors would get to where they need them to, that's when they both would move on. But while they were hanging out, she would often hang with Tyler when Tyler hung out with another familiar gay person, which was Frank Ocean.
Ooh.
It was rumored that Tyler the Creator and Frank Ocean were dating, and they didn't want anybody to know that they were dating. So Kendall is also good friends with Frank Ocean as well. So Kendall would hang out with Tyler so that people would not link Tyler technically at this time with being gay. So she was, holding up her end of the bargain, hanging out with them, and also going to hang out with him and other people. So if you look at these pictures, you see Kendall and Tyler, and every time they meet up with Frank Ocean. Now this could just be them hanging out, or this could be, the veil that is being lifted, so that people don't necessarily see that you think all of us are here hanging out, but we're not. Publicly, we're hanging out so that we don't get a lot of speculation, on this gay relationship if there are more people present. If it's just Tyler and Frank going places, then people are going to just assume, naturally, no different than with Tyler and Kendall, that they're dating. So that was Kendall's job. Kendall was, supposed to come in, be the beard, so that people would be confused by the situation instead of them just putting two and two together right away. You see Kendall and Tyler going out to eat, and then boom, they bump into Frank Ocean and other friends. It's just like, maybe they all just got together to eat, or they all got together for another reason. Kendall Jenner a lesbian? Well, I've been doing research on this, and I'm going to say that the jury is still out. I think it's 50-50. The 50% chance to why I say that Kendall probably isn't a lesbian is because she has been in a relationship with a lot of men. The LGBTQ is a huge organization, and a lot of people have been very supportive of, the cause. So with Kylie or Kendall, coming out especially saying that they are gay, I think that they would be brought into the community without an issue. But at the same time, it does, with the other 50%, does make sense into why none of Kendall's relationships with the men that she's dated in her life hasn't worked out. She doesn't want to be with a man. There are a lot of people that are in the closet until they feel that it's safe, to come out. So if Kendall is keeping herself connected to certain men, just once again, as a beard, she's a professional beard herself. Why wouldn't other people be beards? Look at Tyler, the Creator. Clearly is a gay man. But people were still stating that Kendall and Tyler were dating. So it still gives that effect, or that appeal, I should say, that she could definitely be having beards herself. And usually a person being a beard is unknowingly. Not all the time is it an open type of, agreement to where both parties are going to state in the public that they are together. But once, the doors close and behind the scenes, they are who they truly are, rather that is a lesbian or a gay man or, whatever, that they choose to be that person behind closed doors until they feel once again that the coast is safe, And I do think that that's a very high probability. Kendall has not had a successful relationship. She recycles men. She has taken men out of her relationships. Tanashi's ex-boyfriend, to be exact. And she has a track record of relationships just simply not working out. And when she does step away from these men, they don't necessarily have anything negative to say, to also push more so of a narrative to where they kind of were being used. The relationship wasn't, a hot, spicy, type of situation, just more so of, I dated, Kendall Jenner. Nothing, too much to talk about. So, 50-50. I think there's a high chance that Kendall is straight. And I think that there's a high chance that Kendall Jenner may be bisexual. So let's just say Kendall is gay. Who would she be interested in? She has a lot of famous friends. A lot of them are models, because she's a model herself. But the Bella Hadids and all of that, yeah, I think she'd probably be interested in women like that. But who I think that Kendall would be dating or be interested in dating is Haley Baldwin. Her and Haley have been best friends for a very long time. They have a very close knit relationship with one another, a secret relationship with one another. And when all of this beard activity was going on, when Kendall was hanging out with Tyler, the creator, when she would go to dinners, a lot of times Haley Baldwin would be there. And guess who would not be with Haley? Her husband, Justin Bieber. He would not be present. Although Kendall does have a relationship with Justin, and Justin Bieber also allegedly dated Kylie Jenner back in the day, I don't believe that Kendall likes Justin. I really don't. I don't think she likes the way that Justin treats Haley. I don't think she likes him really at all. I get, as a friend, you're gonna want to be there for your friend, and you're not gonna want to see your friend mistreated, especially by someone that they claim that they love. But still, at the same time, this energy could also be jealous energy, envious energy, to where Justin has Haley and Kendall doesn't. Now, I'm not saying that they're dating or been in a relationship or done anything with one another, but I'm also not saying that either. Everyone remembers the situation with Jaden Smith when he went on stage of Coachella and professed his love for Tyler, the creator. Tyler never acknowledged the fact that he was in a relationship with Jaden or denied the fact that he was in a relationship with Jaden, even still to this day. So what it gives is Jaden was tired of being private. He wanted to be public. He and Tyler have been rocking with each other for a very long time, even to the process of them allegedly dating. Tyler gives that he is discreet. There are a lot of celebrities that do not like to put their love life on blast. They don't want everybody knowing what's going on with them personally. And Tyler, the creator, is definitely one of those people. He does not publicly broadcast the relationships that he's in. You kind of got to catch him, in one in order to know that he is at all. It's just something he keeps off of the table, which a lot of other celebrities are the same way. They're extremely private about their affairs personally. So when Jaden did that, I think that was a huge turnoff for Tyler, the creator. I think he tried to laugh it off as, guys, this is a joke. But why would that be a joke? Why would Jaden waste his time going on stage in front of all of these people, the world, millions upon millions of people, to acknowledge the fact that he is in love with Tyler, the creator, if this is just a joke? When you have as much clout as Jaden Smith has, you don't need clout. It's just something that literally comes with your name. And with Jaden doing that, a lot of people are stating that, oh, that was just him trying to get, energy towards his music and towards the projects that he has going on. Or just getting on stage announcing it is enough to get people interested because Jaden Smith is extremely famous, just like Tyler, the creator. So once again, think about it. Would you think going on stage with clout, saying something that could end your clout, because in the hip hop community, being gay is still frowned upon. It's still in certain areas not necessarily wanting to be dealt with. Lil Nas X wanted Drake to be on his album, and Drake declined. It could have been Drake declining because he wasn't feeling the track, or he could have been declining just simply because, Lil Nas X is an openly gay rap artist, and a lot of people still are not feeling that. They have not jumped on the bandwagon as of yet. So I think that Jaden was truly professing his love for Tyler, the creator, when he got on stage. And I think that Tyler may have been in a relationship with somebody else. And Jaden, it was just feeling more so just because we've been hanging out, we may be sexually compatible with each other and having sex. It doesn't mean that we're in a relationship according to Tyler. We're just, hey, we're just hanging out, we're just having fun. And Jaden's like, no, this is serious. Like, I basically want to make you my husband type of situation. And Tyler definitely was not feeling that. Tyler and Jaden are still cool, but they are not as close as they were before Jaden got on that stage. We will be getting into the rest of this in part 2. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening to your boy Shine Every Way. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to check him out. Don't forget to check out my boy Sean Davy. Way. Oh, where is that now? Hair flip. Hair flip. Hair flip. Hair flip.
Travis Scott and Drake found out about Astroworld fatalities at after party, says source. 8 people died at Astroworld Festival on Friday night in Houston. Travis Scott and Drake attended an Astroworld after party at Dave & Buster's on Friday night, but made an abrupt exit after learning that fans had been killed during the show.
And you didn't know.
According to a source close to Scott, after performing, Drake went straight to his already planned party with his crew at Dave & Buster's. Travis then went to Drake's party after his performance, the source tells People. Neither were aware of the severity of what happened. They found out at the party about the fatalities and then left right away.
Lies.
TMZ was the first to report news of the after party, which occurred after 8 people died and an estimated 300 more were injured following a crowd surge at an outdoor music festival at Houston's NRG Park.
The lies.
Though a source previously told People, Scott, whom is 30, was unable to see what was happening during the show and thought a fan had passed out. The Sicko Mode rapper is facing harsh criticisms from festival goers who believed he was aware of the chaos unfolding before him. So I have to call BS Travis Scott and Drake. And the reason why I state that is because this was once again Travis Scott's event. So with this being his event, you think about it yourself. If you have an event, whether a concert or something that is massive, and people end up dying at the said event, who do you think is going to be one of the first people alerted? Travis, they would have definitely told you that. Somebody would have contacted your team, and your team would have contacted you to let you know what was going on. Like your team let you know what was going on while you were performing, Travis. Once again, you did not care. Now, did Travis maybe think that, some fans passed out? It's very common. It happens at concerts, especially people pass out. Sometimes there's seizures. There's all types of things that go on during concerts, but it does not mean that you ignore it just because it's not you or somebody that you care about, because it's a stranger. Oh, well, type of situation. Another reason I call BS, Travis, you and Drake knew that 8 people had perished before the concert was over. There's crowd surges of, not just surges of, trampling, also crowd surges of people screaming help, screaming for bloody murder, screaming for somebody to assist them, screaming just to get out of the spot that they were in because they felt like their life was close to ending. And then, once again, all 8 people passed away at the festival, not when they got back to the hospital. So what Travis trying to make it seem like he just didn't know, you are lying. Yes, you did. Once again, these people perished at the concert. It's not like these people made it to the hospital and then after the performance, Drake and Travis Scott go to the after party, and then they found out at the after party that 8 people or a few people have already lost their lives at the hospital. That would make sense for them to leave
abruptly. I felt that they left abruptly because people started to see them, TMZ and others, and they're snapping photos. And I feel that Travis didn't feel responsible. He feels like, you know what? All of that stuff happens. It has nothing to do with me. I'm about to party with my woes, type of situation. And then people started to shame them, including Drake, which is what pushed Travis the next day to come forward with this apology.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. My fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I can just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department, everyone help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this.
Looks like he devastated.
Happening. I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on.
So Travis asks as if he's devastated. Drake asks as if he's devastated. The Kardashian family, including Kris Jenner, whose birthday was on the 5th, the day of the festival, they all act as if they're devastated. Kim Kardashian released a statement and others. And then it comes to the point to where, Kris Jenner, she continued to party as well. So did Kylie Jenner, so did Kim Kardashian. Everybody knew. We got to stop making it seem like they just found out. If I knew on Friday, November 5th, that 8 people perished at Travis Scott's event, how did he not know? I knew on the 5th. I knew on Friday. By Friday evening, I think I found out maybe close to midnight, I found out about it, but they didn't. Case in point, Travis and Drake, why did you guys leave so abruptly from the festival? That doesn't make sense. Why did you guys leave? Why didn't Travis, you stick around and watch the other performers? You were not the last performer. There were other people that were performing. Why not support them? This is your event. So for you to leave your own event, it just shows even more how selfish you are. These people came here to support you. Yes, they are getting paid, but at the same time, it just looks better, especially as an artist, to support everyone. They're all here backstage supporting you. Why can't you support them in return? So that doesn't make sense. I feel, Travis, you left because you knew what happened. I think Drake, you left because you knew what happened and you didn't want your names necessarily attached to it. You felt that there are other people that need to be put at blame. Because let's not forget, when the surge happened, especially, Drake was on stage. So Drake heard the cries for help, I should say, and people wanting to get out of there. He heard it as well. And then the next day, all of a sudden, you guys are just so distorted and so hurt by what happened, yet you went and partied right after that. So how much do you truly care? It doesn't sound like you did. So let's get into Kris Jenner's party the same night as this massacre.
Ooh.
Hey, make your wish.
Chris, how many of those have we destroyed?
Wow, what a classy way to blow it out. Go, Mom.
You know I can't afford to buy her pearls.
Oh.
And maybe someday when just to lay me down.
That's right.
And you down, and then worst of all, you never broke down because you say you will. But I love you still. I need you.
I need you.
Hey, baby, try to find.
Find them.
I love the time, and I'll make you happy. Worst of all. Oh, besides the fun.
Waiting for you.
Wow, please.
Have How do you feel about this?
It's amazing.
I love you, boy. But I love you still. I need you. More than anyone, baby. The love that I have from the start.
Thank you, Shelly.
Build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart.
Oh, thank you, Shelly.
You're red 10, I told you time and again, but you're late.
Girl, fast forward these people.
I went to the door and I take it anymore.
No, this is as karaoke.
So there you have it, folks. You see that the Kardashians are partying the night as all of this went down. It doesn't make sense for all of them to be partying
at the same
when
time.
all of them know what happened. It just does not make any sense. So with Kris Jenner still having a party, and also pay attention, this whole, satanic thing that everybody's speaking about when it comes to, the elite and how the Kardashians are definitely down with the foes. Kris Jenner only has 4 candles on her cake. She turned 66. Why not just get the numbers 6 and 6 and just put it on the cake? Why are there only 4 pillars? And not only that, there was 4 exclamation marks next to the happy birthday, Kris. At first looking at it, I thought it was 3, but it's 4, which all signals 8 deaths. Kris, you all knew what happened. For all of them to be escorted out early, all of the Kardashians that were there in the VIP section, why do you all think you were removed? Your team told you why they got you guys out of there before that surge happened. It does not make sense for you guys to abruptly be being removed from the VIP section and they not tell you why. So did you guys get removed because it was too hot? Did you guys get removed because it was too loud? No, you guys got removed because of what was going on. There were people dead.
Enjoy yourself. You're
what more reason
welcome.
with your security guard or bouncer or whoever, your security especially, that is looking out for you. It's time to go. People are losing their lives. We got to get you guys out of here before this thing gets chaotic. So they were definitely alerted, just like no different than when the Kardashians were leaving. I do believe that people also came onto the stage, Travis's team, to let him know that they were leaving. Even more reason for me to know that they knew. You knew what was going on. And then you see Kim Kardashian jumping and dancing and kicking around at, Kris Jenner's little party that she's having, although all of this stuff has happened and her party was pre-planned as well. Kim comes the next day to say how devastated she is. Kim, how are you devastated when you're lollocking and frolicking and kicking and dancing around while these people have just lost their lives? It seems as if you guys are more so celebrating, and it doesn't seem as if you're just celebrating Kris Jenner's 66th birthday. You're celebrating what happened that night. Moving on. He couldn't breathe. 9-year-old crushed by crowd at Astroworld concert, now clinging to life. Quote, I remember me being on the ground and the music stopping, and I could hear him say, y'all know what y'all came here for. And you can hear everybody screaming out for help. David McGliver, 20, told People, and then the music just plays back again. I just don't understand how you can hear everyone screaming for help and not stop the show at all. In one video shared to Twitter, Scott stops performing and points to an ambulance in the crowd asking, what the F is that? Before continuing with the music. In another clip, he continues to sing and appears to watch an unconscious fan being helped by others in the crowd. Let's move on to the 9-year-old that is clinging on to life. At least 36 lawsuits have been filed against Scott over the incident. The Houston Chronicle reported among those was the family of Ezra Blount, a 9-year-old boy who was nearly crushed to death while attending the show with his father, according to the suit.
It's all facts.
Ezra is currently in a medically induced coma as doctors attempt to alleviate trauma to his brain, liver, and kidney.
Oh my God.
Let's get into what Ezra's family has to say about what happened.
He died.
Yeah, he did. I didn't want to say that word, but yeah.
They went to the Travis Scott concert. My son had Ezra on his shoulders at the concert, and my son couldn't breathe because of all the pressure that was being applied to him.
Oh,
and
God.
He passed out. And when he passed out, Ezra fell into the crowd. And he was trampled really bad.
Mm.
You know, and when my son came to, they had already taken Ezra to the hospital, and he was listed as a John Doe because nobody knew his name, and the father was still at the venue in the medical facilities.
Oh my God!
I guess my biggest thing is, how could this happen in the city of Houston?
How?
You know, when we go to concerts and different events, we expect safety and security. And all the videos I've seen, I didn't see any security. I saw very little security. If the concert was going to be allowed to continue, the police should have stepped in and stopped.
Part of this group of the elites, or Illuminati, if you will, there's all type of different ranks, allegedly, that they have. Starting with, there's warlocks, there's witches, high witches, there's all type of things, succubuses, and and on and so forth. So if you're not familiar with it, if you don't believe in it, that's just fine. I don't believe in it either, but I do believe that people do believe in it. So just because it's not my belief doesn't mean that it's not others. So it's always been rumored since the earlier days of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, especially when they got super successful.
Ashley, you ain't never lied. I was saying the same exact thing. I was saying the same. I'm sorry, but these families cry no tears, no emotions. Could this be a false flag? I was thinking the same thing. He's telling the story with no emotion. I would have been distraught. I'm going to rewind that little part. Oh my God. I was thinking the same. I'm like, this is kind of weird. He's just telling the story like that. And
the father was still at the venue in the medical facilities. So I guess my biggest thing is,
yes, he is an evil man. Hey, Equality, Shelly, you don't know.
Concerts and different events, we expect safety and security.
Missing?
And all the videos I've seen, I didn't see any security. I saw very little security.
Hey, good for you.
If the concert was going to be allowed to continue, the police should have stepped in and stopped.
Part of this group of the elites, or Illuminati, if you will, there's all type of different ranks, allegedly, that they have. Starting with, there's warlocks, there's witches, high witches, there's all type of things, succubuses, and and on and so forth. So if you're not familiar with it, if you don't believe in it, that's just fine. I don't believe in it either, but I do believe that people do believe in it. So just because it's not my belief doesn't mean that it's not others. So it's always been rumored since the earlier days of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, especially when they got super successful, that Kris Jenner was pretty much promoted to a high witch, if you will, in the illuminated type of field, allegedly. So it's been plenty of rumors going around for years that Kris Jenner is a high witch and that her daughters are witches as well. So let's get into some of these theories that are out there. In the 8 years since Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered, people have been asking, why is this family famous? Some have argued that it is because Kim's sex tape. Some dramatically blamed the degradation of Western culture. But a video recently rediscovered by the Daily Mail has finally revealed the true source of the Kardashians' fame: witchcraft. A 28-minute infomercial for Wicks of Wisdom filmed in what appears to be the early 2000s. But truly, the remarkable product Kris Jenner was mentioning wasn't Kris Jenner. It was a set of magic candles called Wicks of Wisdom. The candles created by a spiritual psychic, very reliable source named Linda Salvin are billed as spiritual solutions that create the positive energy that's needed to go out in the universe to solve these issues. Testimonials are featured in the infomercial. But I really don't want to talk about these people and their struggles with opening doors. Grab and turn, ladies, grab and turn. I want to talk about how bizarre it is to see Kris Jenner sitting in front of a camera telling people they can improve their lives by purchasing magic candles from a woman whose attempt at provoking her legitimacy looked like this.
Once in a very long while, a truly remarkable product comes our way that challenges what we think and can dramatically improve our lives. Hello, I'm Kris Jenner. In the next few moments, you're going to discover a product that is so powerful, it can enhance your life forever. And I have it right here. These are wicks of wisdom. And it's the special formulas added to these unique candles that make them so amazing.
Initially, the whole premise is laughable. Here's the momager we all know and have mixed feelings about. Pre-fame and post-OJ attempting to become a television personality in one of the least respected segments of the media.
Mm-hmm.
Who in their right mind would buy these things, let alone sell them, we think? There's no energy in anything she says. This could in no way lead her to becoming more famous.
And that butterfly.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Kris Jenner, a woman
Y'all
whom
see that
no
moon,
one
that butterfly
on the outside of
behind her,
Calabasas cared about just a decade ago, made an infomercial for magic candles and then became a major celebrity. Could the dark arts be the reason for her fame, for her family's fame? Is
See
Kris
the black,
Jenner a practicing
the white,
witch?
and the red. Mm-hmm.
People have been calling her one for years now, but until seeing this video, I wasn't ready to agree.
Radio psychic whose program has been heard all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
So now, let's meet Linda Salvin.
Hi, Kris. So good to see you.
Thank you. It's so good to see you too.
The testimonials are completely amazing.
They are, Kris, and they amaze me every time I receive them. I'm so grateful.
Paying attention to that, video of the infomercial, not playing the whole thing, just a couple parts. You see a lot of butterflies and things like that with these candles that are supposed to be magic without them stating that they're magic.
Thank you.
What's so special about a candle that I just couldn't go into a store and put the same energy inside or beliefs inside of that set candle myself and just good things come my way? But why do I have to buy it from you and this so-called energy that you're putting into it? Is it because it's demonic? Most of the time it is, especially anything that is letting you know you're going to receive fame, fortune, any of those things. Yep. Look up Wicca. Not all Wicca is evil, but the majority of it is. And all of them classify as fortune, wanting the love of your life or just sex and abundance, all type of things, that this Wicca that is also connected to the elite are supposed to bring you, but it's usually a bunch of darkness. It's always darkness for darkness. So you have to do something dark in order to get a dark gift. Dark gifts can include money, once again.
She did the goat bath.
Being a couple with someone you always wanted to be with, or even pulling people out of marriages, hexing, the wives, if somebody's married to somebody you want. There's all type of things that these people allegedly do. So with that being said, it definitely seems as if this, psychic or medium, which she has her own broadcasting show that she's done, and it's been really successful in the past, but it kind of started to, Linda's podcast, it started to dwindle after a while. But the same thing with Linda, I also felt dark energy from her as well. I'm not going to say that Linda is a satanic necessarily. I'm not going to say that she's a Christian, because she definitely isn't. And it doesn't make her a bad person because she's not, necessarily religious. But what I don't like is people that aren't religious that will bring up God as if he doesn't exist, to remove this imagery, that elite has always wanted. The elite has always wanted one nation, one currency, and one religion. So they've been trying to rid us of religions, the same religions that they allegedly gave us. They've been trying to rid us of those for a very long time. So watch this short clip of Linda and how she is speaking of God and how she's trying to trick children basically into thinking that God isn't real. The universe is. If it's not tangible, it doesn't exist. And it's definitely what she's giving. So it's a little dark. So I'm just giving you a little backstory on Linda before we get more into the alleged high witch, Kris Jenner.
There's a wonderful poem that I use to teach people that there is a higher power all around us, and that there's more to the universe than
the
what
upside down cross.
The poem is
Y'all
called
better stop
God,
playing with
Real?
me.
The child whispered,
God, y'all better stop playing
and the
with
metal
me.
harp sang. The child did not hear.
Upside down
so
cross.
the child yelled,
Hello.
God, speak to me. And the thunder rolled across the sky. The But the child did not listen. The child looked around and said,
God, let me see you.
And the stars shone brightly, but the child did not notice. And the child shouted,
God, show me your miracle.
And a life was born, and the child did not know. So the child cried out and said,
Touch me, God, let me know you're here.
And God reached down and touched the child, but the child brushed the butterfly away.
The butterfly.
Unknowingly.
Travis Scott's ex-manager claims he left him for dead. Worst person I ever worked with in my entire career.
He said that. Yes,
Travis Scott's
did.
ex-manager Shane Morris has come forward with his allegedly terrible experience working with the Astroworld Festival mastermind.
I showed that.
On Monday, November 8th, just 3 days after 8 people lost their lives at the two-day event, Morris shared a TikTok video in which he says, Scott is the worst person I ever worked with in my entire career in music. And I hate to be the one saying this, but I saw this one coming and I tried to tell everyone. Morris then pointed to several tweets from producer D-Dot, which accused Scott of leaving Morris for dead as he suffered a seizure in the studio. He shared another one that claims Scott knew the artist was abusing and harassing singer Justine Skye, but failed to intervene. The story that D-Dot is telling is true, Morris continued. I'm Travis Scott's former manager. I'm the one who had a seizure, and I'm the one he left for dead in a basement in Los Angeles. I originally told my account in 2013, and then it recirculated on Reddit about 6 years ago. The stories coming out about Astroworld and all of the videos documenting the evidence are quite clear, and they all align in what I know about Travis Scott. He sees people in harm or danger. He tends to only continue thinking about himself. And to make it worse, he's doing this for years at other concerts. I could go on and on about the theft of sessions, assaults, and the lies he's told in his career. But the thing that I want you to understand most is that the video that just starts at the beginning, again, Travis Scott is the worst person I've ever worked with in my entire career in music.
Travis Scott is the worst person I worked with in my entire career in music. 8 people are dead and hundreds more injured after Travis Scott's callous, reckless behavior at Astroworld. And I hate to be the one saying this, but I saw this coming and I tried to tell everyone. The story that D-Dot is telling is true. I'm Travis Scott's former manager. I'm the one who had a seizure, and I'm the one that he left for dead in a basement in Los Angeles. I originally told my account in 2013, and then it recirculated on Reddit about 6 years ago. The stories coming out of Astroworld and all the videos documenting the evidence are quite clear, and they align with what I know about Travis Scott. When he sees people in harm or danger, he tends to only continue thinking about himself. And to make it worse, he's been doing this for years at other concerts. I could go on and on about the theft of sessions, assaults, and all the lies that he's told in his career. But the thing that I want you to understand most is this. I think it's time to spill a little tea, as the kids on the internet say, and I don't mind doing this because Travis Scott is genuinely a horrible person. So in 2009, when I met Travis Scott, I was running a site called earmilk.com with my friends Trey and Blake. And I was a junior level software engineer, and I just finished working for MySpace Music. So I worked in the technology side of music. For Travis, what we did was fake his popularity. I programmed a fleet of SoundCloud bots to artificially inflate his play counts on SoundCloud. This told record label executives that he was much more popular than he actually was. We also did the same thing early on with Twitter. You may have noticed, and somebody made a joke about it, that his early followers could make an omelet because they were all eggs. We used software to enhance his visibility via the wrong means.
This is why when Travis Scott came forward and apologized, a lot of people just didn't believe it. It seemed as if he was not being sincere. It did not seem as if a genuine, apology was being had, especially since a lot of people knew that he was partying and whatnot the night before, and he definitely knew. The thing about it is if he left abruptly from this alleged Dave & Buster's party of Drake's, why wouldn't he go on live and apologize then or state what he needed to state about the families? Why wait until the next day? Once again, to try to make it seem as if he didn't. No, you did know Travis. Cut it out. Just be honest. Another thing, with this ex-manager coming forward, it does not mean that he is literally coming out to do this to attack Travis. If so, oh well. But it doesn't mean that we, are going to fall and hang on his every word. Travis did leave this manager for dead. This manager had a seizure in front of Travis, and he and Travis were the only people in the studio at the time. Travis left. No, it was not Travis's fault that this man had a seizure, but why not call 911? Why not try to get this man some help? It's because he does not care. Travis's actions speak. Him going to this party, him
thank
coming
you
forward
so much,
with this
Shelley.
non-authentic,
Have a great
non-genuine
night.
apology, him
Night.
once again pushing the energy to where he only cares about himself. His actions show that. Him coming forward, I'm trying to identify the families. You don't care about any of this stuff. You're not trying to identify or call any of the families. None of the families have came forward and have stated that they have personally heard from Travis Scott. He has not reached out to them. He has not sent them anything, any condolences, besides going live, thinking that he can do it. Basically, and once again, selfish, to where he comes live and I'm going to do this in a group stance, to where I'm going to come forward and say one thing and it's going to travel to all of the families. That is not genuine, Travis. What is genuine is getting in contact with those families one by one and letting them know how sorry you are and giving them your condolences. Not doing it on a public platform to where you feel like I did it, so I don't have to say nothing else about it type of situation. It seems stubborn. It's very lazy of you, and you could have done this differently. These people's families lost their lives, Travis. This should have been a personal reach out. We don't need to see the reach out. We don't need any of that. If anybody's going to talk about it, it should be the families that you reached out to. When the public contacts them and they say, yes, we've heard from Travis and his team. Nobody is saying that, Travis, because you don't care. You just want this to be over with.
Damn.
Speaking of the Kardashians being witches, now Marina is definitely a high witch of the elite, if you will, allegedly. Marina is a Satanist. She goes by Aleister Crowley, which if you don't know who Aleister Crowley was, he was one of the lead Satanists before he passed away. He was friends with people like Walt Disney, and the names just get bigger and bigger. Literal Walt Disney, the man who created
Disney World.
Before he perished, he was good friends with Aleister Crowley and also followed the satanic guidebooks as well, the dark Bibles, if you will, the Baphomet, the satanic temples, the satanic churches. Aleister Crowley had multiple satanic churches. Well, Marina is right under Aleister. Aleister hated God so much that he named himself 777, which is also the signature of the lightning bolt that the elite or satanic praisers or worshipers, acknowledge as part of their guide, a symbol of guidance, if you will. 666 was already taken, so that's why Aleister named himself 777. So Marina is basically like one of his proteges. She is huge into the dark Bible and whatnot, and she is open Satanist. She's very open about it. So Kim Kardashian is a huge fan of hers. They hang out often, so often to where Kim Kardashian started to base her fashion off of Marina. Look at the pictures yourself. She literally bases everything that Marina does and involves it in her day-to-day life. So with that being said, Kris Jenner is also a really good friend of Marina. It's how Kim met her. So with Kim being such a close friend of a Satanist, why would Kim not be one herself? It just doesn't make sense. Most Christians don't hang with atheists or Satanists or anything like that. So why would you hang around a bunch of Satanists, especially ones that are high on the hierarchy, especially if you're not one yourself? So Marina has done very inappropriate things. There was this ad that she did a few years back, and with certain demons, certain demonic spirits that you are trying to conjure when certain rituals happen, such as the alleged ritual that happened at Astroworld, demons only respond to certain energy. in energy is usually meaning soul by sacrifice, something that you are offering them as a gift. So with Marina, she has done all type of rituals publicly, to spirit cookings, to where people like Lady Gaga has came, to where actual human beings get into bathtubs and they add certain ingredients inside, and we'll get into some of the ingredients that Marina likes to use. But with this ad that Marina did a few years back, a lot of people really started to open their eyes to her. We're going to get into a video clip of a child being brought up in a ritual. But before we do, look at this picture of Marina. This is an ad that was on the front of a magazine.
Darkness
Look how
as all is
inappropriate these
peace.
photos are.
Yeah,
and a lot
baby.
of people were outraged by how this little boy was being portrayed. It seems as if he's scared, and I don't think he's necessarily acting, but even if he is, I think he's told to act afraid, because that is, you're going to be afraid. I mean, you being allegedly sacrificed. So with Marina, she knows with the Dark Bible and, being a Satanist, that certain deities and certain spirits and certain demonic spirits only respond to certain souls. So some demons feed off of children's souls, some feed off of just women's souls, some feed off of just men, rather dull and whatever. So let's get into this next clip of Marina, Kim Kardashian's really good friend, and Kris Jenner's as well, doing a ritual on a child, which makes it even creepier with her doing this type of magazine cover, especially with a child.
Yo, you see that, boss lady?
Yeah.
Mixed breast milk with sperm.
Brown girl Bella just came on. And she doing makeup.
In yellow.
Knife deeply into finger, left hand. Eat the.
That's crazy.
Eat the finger of the left hand. Eat the pain. With a sharp knife deeply in the middle finger of your left hand, eat the pain. Oh! And the other one, you got mixed sperm with breast milk. Fresh morning urine sprinkled over nightmare dreams. That's why they go on drugs and they can't sleep and shit. Yes. That's right. Read your Bible, baby. That's goat's blood. Y'all know that, right? That's goat's blood. Ay, ay, ay. Or is that shit? Oh my God. People like this are connected to our political leadership, the government officials in front of our children. This is sad. Yes, yes, yes. Good for you.
No, Joe. He just said, we let him stand. La vogliamo trovare, ma si mette
Chick, you can't throw some blood or something?
I discovered you like this.
Shit. Fresh and sprinkled over nightmare dreams.
Guardiamo tutto fuori e alla fine io prego di ultima sangue. Dimmi, per la mano. Ah, sì. Se no non ci vedeva. Guarda da faccio via, sono uno strano. Nemo, ja volim da vidim kako je Come here.
So once again, with Marina doing this ritual, it is clearly a child based in the corner. She's using pig blood and pig organs and whatnot. So the blood is
I
real.
think that's
You know,
goat.
it's not human
That's
blood,
goat.
but it's more so of a decoy, you know, of
Spin
showing you
around
the
until
splatter
you
that
lose
she's throwing
conscious.
against the wall
Try to eat all
means
the
that there's going to be blood
questions.
splatter. There's going to be violence. You know, this
No,
is going to
that's
be a
ghost
violent
blood,
sacrifice.
Sean.
Look what's in the corner. That is a representation. The doll is a representation of a child. This is a complete ritual right in front of you, right in front of your eyes. In the Satanic Bible, these rituals are labeled: the sperm with fresh breast milk, slicing your finger, sucking the blood from your finger, all of those things. That is a sacrifice. No different than blood brothers when you cut your finger and you put your fingers together. That is a sacrifice to align, to say that we're always going to be committed to one another. It's the same thing with, you know, with these spirits that they are trying to conjure. You know, it's more so of them finding a way to be connected to them through sacrifice. This is right in front of you. Kim Kardashian supports all of this. So does Kris Jenner. Let's move on. Ninth victim dies from injuries sustained at Travis Scott's Astroworld concert. A 22-year-old senior who was critically injured at the Astroworld Festival in Houston has died, the family's lawyer said Thursday. A 22-year-old college senior who was critically injured at the Astroworld Festival in Houston has died, the family's lawyer said Thursday, making her the 9th person to die in a crowd surge after fans pushed towards the stage during a performance by headliner Travis Scott. Bardi Shahani died Wednesday, authority James Lassiter said during a news conference. Bardi was a shining star in the community, Lassiter said. She was a sister, a daughter, a high-achieving college student about to graduate from Texas A&M University with high grades.
See, people be thinking this is not real, and people don't be watching numbers. They don't watch the time. They don't
and the
watch
people
the
that they
surroundings.
taking out.
Yeah, but the main thing is the timing. It has to add up to certain numbers.
Right.
So then you know if it was natural or they took them out. Like they could have been in them doctors off. They could have been in the hospitals, and they say at such and such time, blank. then that means them numbers add up. A lot of people, that's why I said somebody kicked the bucket. Honey, I start doing my math real quick. I mean, it's crazy, but it is. People don't be looking at them butterflies. People don't look. People watch these videos and they do not understand what's going on right in their face. They don't even understand no parts of. They don't even understand when they show that moon. They don't understand when they show that sun. It's a precise way when you see a moon in movies and in videos. It's a precise way they put that sunrise. And the thing is, you cannot get away from it. It's a monarch butterfly. I believe the monarch butterfly represents shit. Got something to do with children. Got something to do with children. When you see that butterfly, it's containing children, the innocence of children. And when you see that finger over their mouth, that shush, that means that I'm keeping all your secrets. That's what that. Anytime you see them with that finger over their mouth, that's another sign. I got. It's a lot to learn, but I wish I did not know these things so I can just enjoy stuff. And you can't enjoy it now that you know. Once you know, you know. But I don't know nothing. Don't come after me. Do you?
Hundreds of others were injured in the surge Friday night as Scott took the stage. A criminal investigation into the deaths at Astroworld is underway. Scott was only minutes into his headlining show at the Astroworld Music Festival when at least one Houston officer radioed over a police spotted people leaving the crowd, but their voices remained calm through the first half hour. I'm at a medical tent. One officer radioed in around 9:30 p.m. There's a lot of people trampling.
9:30 p.m. Flip that 966.
And they passed out at the front stage. Later, another officer says we're getting multiple reports of people getting injured. We have another report of cardiac arrest situations with CPR by the stage. Houston Police Officer Chief Troy Finner said Wednesday that the police told organizers to shut down the performance when fans in the crowd were.
You notice the 9th person from the injuries died. Y'all gotta look this up now.
Administered CPR. Authorities gave word around 10:03 p.m. that the concert was in the process of shutting down. By witnesses say Scott and Drake, the superstar rapper who came on toward the end of Scott's set as a special guest, kept performing. Finner repeatedly refused to provide timelines Wednesday in what was said to be just a second press briefing since the tragedy, saying the case was under investigation. He said more than 500 officers were working at the festival, more than double the number assigned in 2019, the last time the festival was held. But Finner said festival organizers had not provided clear records of how many private security guards were working on the show, describing what they turned over as just not good. It was up to Live Nation Entertainment, the show's promoter, to secure mosh pits in front of the stage, Finner said. Scott's attorneys on Wednesday pointed to an operational plan for the event that states only the festival director and executive producers have the authority to stop the show, neither of which part is Travis's crew. Investigations should start proceeding over finger pointing so that together we can identify exactly what transpired and how we can prevent anything like this from happening again, Attorney Edwin F. McPherson said in a statement. Officials have not disclosed details about the fans who have been hospitalized since Friday. But the family of the 9-year-old boy who attended the concert with his father has...
Again, 9-year-old boy. Y'all have to pay attention. Pay attention.
Said the
Oh,
child
did
was in
say
a
it
medically induced
again.
coma after sustaining
Huh?
injuries.
I said he sure did just say it again.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
To his heart, lung, and brain. I will keep you all updated. Prayers for the families that are still going through this tragedy. Rest up.
Now I just want to show y'all one last thing. This is Travis Scott. They keep saying 9s and 3s. Do y'all know the 3, 6, and 9 timetables? The only numbers is 3, 6, and 9.
Oh, yeah.
When you do your timetables, it's very freaky. It's freaky. It was Chris' 66th birthday. Again, bam. 9 victims. Bam. There go your 666.
And the boy had 3 things wrong with him: his liver, his heart, and his lungs.
That's a 3. Now you got to find it's 2 other things that's going to complete that 3. Well, we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. We dumb. We gotta let YouTube know we don't know nothing. We just repeating the numbers that's being said. We don't know nothing.
Speculating.
And we were speculating. Allegedly. Allegedly. Now I want to show y'all him at a concert. See, we're gonna start getting into more stuff like this too. We're gonna have to this should have been on no. I could put this on any channel. Both of this information is still good on either channel. Last but not least, this is Travis Scott. Now, would you go to one of his concerts?
Straight from Mexico, all up in Tana. Yeah. Swear to God, we go ramble. Let's go. Let's go. Straight from Mexico, all up in Tana. Come here, bitch. Get that motherfucker, get him. You tried to take my shoe? You want to be a thief? Fuck him up! Fuck him up! Fuck him up!
Oh, they hit them.
Fuck him up! Fuck him up! Fuck him up!
Oh, they hitting them. Look.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
And then he hit him too.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
He spit on him.
Fuck his ass up!
And you mean to tell me he's not aware of what's going on at his concert, right? I would have sued the shit shit out of him. Because he ain't try to steal his sneaker. Why would you steal one sneaker? He probably was just grabbing him and the sneaker came off. But he's a mean man. Trash. He can't afford new sneakers. It's the spit for me. Yes.
Did you show did you show that commercial that he had when he was saying that people was gonna get hurt at the concert? And it's a commercial they made last year.
I think I showed that on the other one the first or second one that I did on the other channel.
Yeah, it was something else because they were like,
yeah.
The stage is gonna explode with Travis Scott on it, but people in the audience are gonna get hurt.
Ain't no way in the world I was going in the concert. I'm walking in somebody's goddamn mouth, and they did the same thing for the daughter's birthday party. They had I'm not walking in no. Oh hell no. I know. Thank you. I'm not walking into there. No. No mouth and no braids and shit. No, like a Halloween show. No, thank you. Fortnite is also in the game. Oh, I don't play video games. I have no idea.
Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, he's in the game?
Uh-huh.
Oh God. He's not that what not
That's what they made the game about him.
Fucking him up. Oh gosh. But I thank you all. Hopefully y'all learned something. It was the game and he predicted this. Yeah, I showed that in my other video. I showed it in the first video. It's on this channel too. I put it on both channels. But this, I wanted to talk more about the witches and the witches part and the rituals. That was the purpose of this video. Allegedly. All of this is allegedly. We don't know what's going on. We're not even suspicious about it. It's allegedly. We're just repeating what the video said. But I am out for the night because I got to make sure this little boy is sleeping, and so am I. So I see you guys in the morning. In the morning, I'll be like, oh my God, I'll be ready to go. Because I think I'm going to try to find my waiting. Now, if I find that waiting, I'm going to put that on in the morning. Night to
when is Anthony off of school?
Wednesday is his last day.
Oh, damn, they got to go all the way up until that's cold.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you all for time, and my God, watch over you until tomorrow. Thank you. Good for you, and right back at you. Thank you, Queen.
Oh, you're welcome, sis. Anytime.
And hopefully y'all learned something. Hold on. And then I am totally out of here. Peace out.